Sup? What's good? Business today. Business. Y'all went crazy on my last video. Gave me what, 800 views? I love each and every. I appreciate y'all like no tomorrow. 800 views is actually crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, y'all. So today we'll be talking about the things you need in order to succeed as an entrepreneur. 5 main things. If you have these main things set down, working into play, you will be a successful entrepreneur. And yes, you will be able to make your first $10,000 online. So off rip, you need to find a will, a way, determination, then discipline. You know, we could just say that as one thing: discipline, 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 discipline. I don't know why I'm saying this first, because usually, you start off with the least and go to the most. But off rip, you need discipline. This is the first skill you need as an entrepreneur to make any money online, whether it's $100 a week, whether it's $2,000 a week, whether it's $100,000 a day. You need discipline, and you need to be perseverance in order to show up every single day. If you don't show up every single day, you will fail. It's destined to happen. You find this skill through basically finding a purpose. Now, your purpose can be different from mine, and my purpose is probably definitely different from yours. But as a young person, I always tell my young folk, you always want to have something for yourself, and you want to build a name for yourself. For some people, that's enough to get them going and to make sure they hustle to get it out themselves. Nobody want to be called daddy money or mommy money, whatever it is, right? In my case, my dad did have money, but he didn't really spoil me because I didn't really want that from him. He gave me money, but he's not like gonna buy me all this and that. He's a very supportive person, and I love my father, but my father can't outshine me, and I don't think my father wants me to outshine him either. But it's the competition of being a man, and I want to outshine my father, and I want to outshine my whole bloodline. It's as simple as that. There's no, envy in that. That's just basically saying I want to be the best for my family. I want to be the best. I want to be the ticket. They call yourself the black sheep in the family. I wouldn't be corny and sit here, yeah, I'm the black sheep, but like, I want to be up there. Like, my fathers are great. My uncles are great. They do amazing things for their family, so I want to be just as good or better than them. So that's my type of mindset when it comes to determination and being better than people, and that gives me the discipline that I need to be a successful entrepreneur yourself. And that's another thing. If you're not disciplined, how are you going to hang around rich friends if you don't have your shit together? It doesn't make sense, right? So you lock in for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Don't switch up on the people though that don't have money just because they don't have money. Switch up on the people that don't have a good mindset. Doesn't matter about the pockets at the end of the day. If their mindset is fucked up, they could be as rich as shit. I'm not cool with them. Simple as that. But yeah, find a will, find a way, become disciplined. This goes for boys and girls. I don't want to hear it. If you're a girl, there's no excuse. Nextly, after you have discipline, this is also in a way to work your way up to 10K or make your first 10K a month or ever, whatever. But you need 2 sources of income at the bare minimum. I recommend people to have more, but you do not want to get something called shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome, basically, the definition of shiny object syndrome is basically you find tons of business modules, whether it be reselling, you find TikTok shop, you find drop shipping, you find real estate, you find this, and you want to do them all. But for you doing them all, you're basically losing your potential and just focusing on one. And that's the killer of all dreams. It's shiny object syndrome, because people might try out a business right for a week or 2, maybe even a month, and it doesn't work out for them. They're ready to move on to the next business. And then they say everything is a scam. You have to give it more time. You have to give it more of a try to really figure out if this really works. Me, to make money on Amazon was quick. The only reason it was quick because I mastered reselling. Reselling is a pretty broad topic, but it all revolves around buying low, selling high with a predetermined market. That's how it works. I learned that over 4 years of reselling. That did not happen overnight. My first shoe sale took me 2 months. So off the rip of that, I wasn't making money for 2 months, but I was actively trying to figure this shit out, and I did. So I recommend you do the same. Stick to one business model, master it, then you can start branching out into other business models. Also, if it can be something as simple as just selling on a different platform, that's the same business model. It's like saying if you want to do real estate in this block, you can just tap into another block. It's just another block. It's just another opportunity. It's not really taking away your attention per se, because people get it twisted. That's not shiny object syndrome if you just tap into another business that goes hand in hand pretty much. If it doesn't really go hand in hand, then I would put a little bit more caution into it, like you don't want to take away. But if it's as simple as like, hey, I have this phone right here. Instead of just selling on Amazon, I want to sell on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and Mercari. That's just cross-listing and diversifying your portfolio, and it's smarter that way. You get a better sell-through, but stay in a range of where things can go hand in hand with each other. If they're polar opposite, I wouldn't really try to do both at the same time because it's gonna be pretty hard. Now, what I mean by 2 income sources though, because right, that doesn't make sense. I'm telling you not to do 2 things. Have a stable income and a scalable income. A stable income to me is simply, otherwise put, a job, a job. And scalable income is your business. Like I said, all those explanations and different examples could be real estate, could be drop shipping, could be reselling, could be SMMA, could be TikTok shop, affiliate, whatever it may be. And why I say they're both important, the stable income fuels your scalable income, right? So say this is how the income starts, right? Your job is gonna be making you way more than your business because your business just started. And it can go like this. You're just throwing money in this hand. And at first, it's gonna go like this. And shit, it might go back down. But you just keep throwing money because you keep making money consistently. Now, it will get to a point where it's like this. And you're throwing money at it and it's making you more money. When I'm raising my hand, this is making you more money than your job. But you can still throw money at it because it's consistent income. Now, even if say this happens, you're still okay because you're still making this consistent money. So you have that cushion. I really recommend if you have less than 10K, have both. Scalable income and a stable income. So stable income, job. Scalable income, any type of business module, and invest your money from your job into the business. All right, so that's 2 things. You need 2 different income types and you need that disciplined mindset. Okay, next thing I really wanted to get into, consistency. So consistency is important because it goes hand in hand with discipline. Discipline is basically having the mindset of like, all right, no matter what kind of day I'm gonna have, I need to work today. Consistency is just basically, goes hand in hand. You just have to make sure you show up for yourself. And even if it is a bad day, just do something every day. Every day. It could be an off day, it could be a sad day, it could be a great day, it could be a poor day. Because it's not about what you do when things are good. It's about how you handle things when it's bad. You can't really worry about how business is going when you're in a fucking bull run, right? You want to worry about how you're handling when you're taking losses. And that's how you figure out growth, right? So 3 things right there. Next, networking is key. Run your fucking mouth. Oh my gosh, I cannot express this enough to my younger self. I wish I stopped being, you know what I mean? I knew how to run my mouth and I was so passionate about what I was doing, but I had a feeling like I didn't want to be a pushed over. I didn't want to really talk to some people about certain things, knowing that what they knew could probably get me in a better position. Bro, run your mouth. It doesn't fucking matter. If I seen any of these top influencers that I watch every day, I have a million questions for them on the spot because it doesn't matter. If somebody is doing anything different than me and they're spazzing, they're going crazy, it doesn't matter if they're younger than me. It doesn't matter if they're making less money than me. It doesn't matter if any of that. If I can see that they have a good mindset and they're doing successful things or they're heading in a successful direction, I can just tell. I would love to have a conversation about whatever they're doing and how they're doing it. Because I love taking advice. Like learning one new thing a day is beautiful. If you lack on that discipline part, talk to a new person every day because you'll really realize like it's so many teens and young adults out there or even older adults or even preteens. Like I've seen a 12-year-old reseller making hundreds of thousands a month. And yes, it might sound ludicrous. And yes, it might sound crazy if I'm talking to him. I'm 21, right? What would I have in common with a 12-year-old? If we're making money, everybody's united. It doesn't matter. You can be black, white, blue, 12, 81, 94. It doesn't matter. If we're talking about business, we all can relate. Connections take you so much further than you think, bro. And I'm not saying this as a way to like network with people that's only valuable, but you're gonna also realize when you get to a certain age, you're only gonna make friends with people you're like-minded with. You're not gonna really waste time trying to make friends with people you wouldn't see yourself hanging around. That wouldn't make sense, right? You wanna hang around people that has common goals and common interests. It's not like your childhood friends, you were just cool with them because you grew up together. It's not like that anymore. You're an adult, you can choose who you want to hang around with or who you want to be cool with now. So going forward, you know, when you're older and out of school, you realize you talk to certain people for certain reasons, right? So make sure you have your head on straight and you know what you want from life, then you can relate to more people. Put yourself out there, bro. There's no benefit of being low key. There's no benefit of trusting the process. There's no benefit of just waiting for this shit to happen. It's not gonna fall in your hands. I promise you that. Dude, if you know you're destined to do big things, why are you scared to talk to somebody down the street? Because you're nervous or something like that? Are you crazy? Like, run your mouth, talk to more people, and get into networking. So what do we have? We have 2 different income types: discipline, consistency, networking. And I say, just to wrap it up, honestly, is, damn, I got another order. So crazy. Just to wrap it up for y'all though, is just to be humble at the end of the day and also appreciative, because this could be taken from you so fast. If you aren't grateful for everything that's thrown your way, again, you'll lose your passion, you'll lose everything, because you gotta realize like it takes time, and if you get it, yes, it's meant for you, but it's not to bash in everybody's face and be like, hey, I deserve this, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we get you deserve it, but bro, you know you were put in this position because you're lucky enough to be born in America. You're lucky enough to have great health. You're lucky enough to basically have all these things for you. Like, if you're watching this, you probably have a phone, probably have a tablet or whatever, and that's a whole lot more than some people have. So remember to be humble when you're standing down trying to make this first 10K or getting to 10K months, or if you you're past 100K and you're watching this video, just keep doing your thing. Just remember to stay humble sometimes, be more grateful for life. I mean, because it's so many times that like you see people you grew up with, you know, and they pass away or something crazy happens to them, or even yourself, like, you know, something bad happens to your health and you just realize like, dang, like could have been 10 times worse, or their life could have been yours. You never know. So remember to have that mindset. Do not ever get cocky in this road to making this money, because at the end of the day, it is a bill and it can change your life for the better. But nonetheless, bro, we're all human, bro, and we all have a due date sometime. So once we're under the ground, 6 feet under, bro, it wouldn't matter anyway. So just remember, yes, the money is important because it brings you freedom and it brings your family difference and happiness. But at the same time, it's just a dollar, bro. So don't get over in on yourself and work on gratitude and humbling yourself and generosity. Because if you work on those things, the money will just be pouring in, because it's just destined to come to you. But like I said, remember, consistency, discipline, 2 income types. Remember that, all right? 4th was networking and being humble. Okay, so these are my personal most important things that I'd say helped me a lot to get to the next level. You might have heard these things before separately, you might have heard them all together. This is just my raw, uncut, and I didn't have a script for this. I'm just looking at my Gmail, so I'm just giving y'all right off the top of the head what I personally think is best for somebody that's trying to make their first little bit of money online, your first 10K or 1K or $100, whatever it may be. Just watch this video and remind yourself, like, Gotta stay humble, gotta stay consistent, gotta stay disciplined, gotta make sure you have 2 income types when you're coming up, and make sure you're networking like crazy, because that's so important. So this is your boy Fetty, and I'm out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I appreciate you guys for 800 views on my last video. Hope y'all be safe for the rest of the day and the rest of the week and the rest of the month and the rest of the year and the rest of the time we are together. Talk to you boys soon.